Hi, this is Jeffrey Kurt Financial Group. Today is Friday, June 12, 2026. Yesterday afternoon, we got some news about, again, a possible resolution, peace deal in the Middle East with a lot more countries involved. There appears to be more confidence that this is actually a deal that could continue to move forward. And the financial markets responded positively, especially in the stock market, which had been kind of trading lower and a lot of worries. And so that was really a big event, I think, and some news that, again, the market grabbed a hold of and traded on. But it takes a big deal to knock that off the headlines. And of course, we got that with the SpaceX IPO this morning. I'm doing this late morning and still has not started trading. I've seen some indications of $175 and $160. So I guess they're just working out the demand and where they can open this thing and start trading it. It is the largest IPO ever. SpaceX will become the sixth largest company in the world. Just a remarkable deal. A couple of, I think, not so small details. One is they're still losing money and will continue to lose money. The other one I think is interesting is not being talked about a lot, is that a lot of rules and regulations have been bent or even broken to get this deal done and the supply out and like that. I mentioned earlier this week that Fidelity, lowered their minimum on participating in an IPO from like $100,000 to $500,000 down to $2,000. So there's a lot of, again, deals and bending of rules that is making this thing possible. So, we'll see. I think it's important that it gets done. From the perspective, there's a lot more sizable IPOs to get done. Again, I'm not saying that these are great deals, but the fact is OpenAI, Anthropic, and others are wanting to come to market soon, and all of this stuff needs to get done. One failure, and again, the market, which I've been characterizing as a bubble, could easily deflate real quickly and really a large drop. So the SpaceX IPO, I think, is important that it gets done. And it looks like it's going to get done successfully. We'll see what next week brings. I think also that the news out of the Middle East, the SpaceX thing getting done, has brought the market, kind of stabilized it, and starts trading higher yesterday afternoon and again this morning. And that's obviously a good sign. And it, I think, takes away some of the risk and doubt about the AI trade being over with and like that. So everything else, I think those are the two big things: the Middle East and the SpaceX IPO, obviously. So we'll end it here. Have a great weekend. We'll be back on Monday. Let us know any questions, comments, and suggestions. Thank you again. Goodbye.